Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual duelist here. Let's zoom in just a pinch, if it's gonna let me. And it's Friday, so happy Friday. We're almost at the weekend. I've got a wonderful deck list for you guys today, and it's going to bounce around based on the Serpent Knight Dragon. Now, if you're gonna play around this card, you need the skill card, the Nightmare Sonic Blast. Now, the problem with this is this skill has also been errated. So for today, we're just going to turn this over and let you know that you flip this over when you activate it. We're going to set it over here. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what the errated version of it looks like and what it says we can and can't do. So you activate this while the only monster that you control is the Serpent Knight Dragon. And then once per turn, you may reveal the top four cards of your deck. And if you do, one of the following based on the number of monsters revealed. And do one. Sorry, I said that backwards. So if you have if you only reveal one monster, you get to add one of the revealed monsters to your hand. Originally, this would have allowed you to add any revealed card. Two. Destroy one face-up card the opponent controls. I think it used to be just a card the opponent controls. And then 3 or more, you get both, resolve them in sequence, placing the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. You cannot summon or set monsters the turn that you activate this skill, except the summon or set of Serpent Knight Dragons. Now, keep that in mind. That's not the worst restriction we've ever played under. It just means any turn that you're going to be using the Nightmare Sonic Blast as your attack, you need to be aware that that is your attack. So this deck is going to be set up a little bit different. Normally I give you guys everything in alphabetical, but I want to give you guys like part of the strategy first. So the first thing is we raided some of Bastion's cards, and we went and grabbed 3 copies of the Carboneton. We grabbed it for the last sentence. So you can banish this from your graveyard to special summon from your hand or deck a level 7 or lower normal dragon monster card in face-up defense. And I don't know if you guys will believe me, but would you believe Hyosonryu wasn't the only 7-star normal dragon card? I mean, this actually works for the Red Eyes Black Dragon as well, being another 7-star dragon that's non-effect. So we want to effectively use Carboneton. We want to hedge our bets with 2 Serpent Knight Dragons. We just want to make things right. Now, on the turns where we have to add something, because we are going to use this, we do want there to be more monsters because we want to be able to reveal those things. So what are we going to grab? We're going to grab some of the more powerful cards. We're going to grab 3 Arcfiend Soldiers, just vanilla 19s. And I grabbed 3 Chow Sai, the Ghost Stopper. Now, he's not a vanilla, but he's still 19 on 4. And what he's going to do for us is neither player can activate the effects of spells or traps in the graveyards. Also, if he gets sent from the field to the graveyard, we can target a spell trap in the opponent's graveyard and banish it. Essentially, I want to hedge my bets against Lost Wind coming back. Not that Lost Wind can stop the Serpent Knight Dragon, but it can make him smaller. That said, this isn't a bad lineup. This is actually okay. Moving into the spells, and again, we kind of want to hedge our bets, because again, once we get the boss monster out, we want him to stay out. So I've decided to just go 3 Cosmic Cyclones. If you guys want to go any combination of this and ors with Night Beams, that's fine. But one thing I was running into were things that were already set, that were going to be set and then activated on my Serpent Knight. And being able to set this and then activate it during opponent end step just happens to work out better for me. And I didn't feel like I needed the Books of Moon this time. Next up are 2 ofs, are 2 Foolish Burials. Again, we want to get Serpent Knight Dragon out as soon as possible. So one of the best ways to do that is to throw the Carboneton out of the deck and then simply banish it. So it's a quick 1-2. It's a 1-card combination that immediately gets you into your boss card. Again, granted, it will be in defense position, but defense is not the worst position for him. And that includes the spells. Now, moving into the traps, I know somebody out there is just chomping at the bit for this. Yes, I put in Champion's Vigilance, 3 copies. Why did I put in 3 copies? Because Serpent Knight Dragon's coming out in defense mode. That's not exactly the toughest. So if we control a level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned, or a spell or trap is activated, we can negate and destroy the said card. This makes Champion's Vigilance probably the best counter trap for this build, and allows it to do some stuff. Additionally, you wanna lock it up tight with a copy of Jar of Avarice. This will bring my deck up to 20. You guys feel free to add a couple cards if you like. You guys could add a couple shrinks to make the Serpent Knight work better. Maybe you want to change one Cyclone into, I don't know, let's go with, if I was going to use Cosmic Cyclone, I would go with the Night Beam, change the third 3 of, maybe a Wall of Disruption could be fun here. I still don't see the need to go straight to Book of Moon in this one. And then, depending on how you play, maybe add in a 0 gravity instead of a Windstorm of Itaqua. This way you can move your Serpent Knight Dragon from defense into offense while shelving all of your opponent's offensive moves. It's really good. There's arguably a bunch of things we could do to this, and I would not be against like crowdsourcing a better build for this. I just think that this is also very interesting, very fun, and it'll work well in your play groups. So just a second, go ahead, screen cap, pause plus notes, whatever you guys need to do. I'll be back with, again, my fairly generic extra and side deck. So just a moment. All right, and starting with the side deck, we are going to be using some crowd favorites. We do have our Hammer Shot. We do have our Offerings to the Doomed. Still running a double Mind Crush, and still running 2 copies Waking the Dragon. Now, in this deck, you might actually see me use Waking the Dragon to play my Serpent Knight rather than playing one of my cards out of my extra deck. And that just comes down to knowing that Serpent Knight Dragon needs to be on the field. The rest of the cards are just helpful. And the rest of those cards that you can play through Waking the Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate, Cyberblader, Cyber End Dragon, Destiny and Dragoon, Ojama King, and the Thousand Eyes Restrict. Again, it's a good, fun, casual build. It's got a little more teeth to it than a normal casual build will. But again, a lot of this got toned down when the Nightmare Sonic Blast was errated. If you guys do anything like a Time Wizard format within Speed Duel, and you guys want to play some of the skills as they were originally printed instead of the erratas, obviously this deck gets better. But it's still fun to see that, like, even though it wasn't meant to be support, Carboneton is actually kind of really good when it comes to certain dragon builds. So there's that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have, consider supporting the channel. It's as easy as a like, comment, sub. You don't have to feel obligated to do that. You can just enjoy the content and have a wonderful day as well. And this week we've got a very special Speed Duel Spotlight for the season. So come back on Sunday to check that out. And then we're going to have our Christmas deck on Monday. So till then, you guys have a great day. And maybe slip in Serpent Knight instead of Silent Knight. So yeah, have a good one, guys. See you later.